I hear this a lot. I don't know how to do it. I'm not that technical. All that stuff. Oh, I bet my kids could do it, but I couldn't possibly. I hear that a great deal. A lot of business owners are of my generation. They've maybe had a career and have then started their business subsequently, or have been made redundant and have started their business, or completely sick of the first career and decided to do something they're passionate about. And of course, our generation doesn't necessarily come with all those social media skills and all that kind of digital generation. So I understand it. However, I absolutely believe this is the time to resolve that blockage. None of it's that difficult. Genuinely, if I can do it, there's no reason why you can't do it. So as I said earlier, this is your moment to get over that blockage. And the reality is just learn. You start somewhere. Don't start with an hour long as I'm doing here. Start with something small. Start with something simple, and as those skills build, you can then begin to be more professional and try more interesting things. And there's no reason why, if you've got teenagers in the house who might be better at, say, the video editing element of it, well, engage with them. But they're not going to be able to drive the message, or this is what I really need to say to people, or your passion and your urgency. Only you can do that. They might be able to help you with some of the uploading to YouTube and what have you, but you just get over this element, oh, I couldn't possibly, because it's getting in your way. It's not helpful. Like I said before, this is your moment to move forward with that. So there is loads of help out there, on YouTube in particular, more so probably in this subject than in any other. That just Google how do I, whatever it is, or go into YouTube in particular, and you will find dozens of videos. I've used a number here today. I think there's 3 different links I'm giving you from some people called Primal Video. Justin, can't think of his other name, but I have to say really excellent stuff, and pretty much anything you would need to know about video, he's going to teach you, and he'll do it right from the basic stuff to some people who've got really quite smart at it. So there's lots of different levels. They've got hundreds of videos, so it's worth perhaps becoming a subscriber to their YouTube channel. But whatever it is you need, you just Google it or YouTube it, and there is help for you. So the excuse of I don't know how actually is just an excuse. So let's go on and have a look at the different methodologies that you could deploy to get your video underway, and the kind of equipment you're going to need for each, and the skills you're going to need to use them. So starting off, using your iPhone or smartphone. These are amazing tools here. I've got this recently. Those of you who follow any of my blogs will know that we got badly robbed when we were in Barcelona, and one of the things I lost was my iPhone 5S, I think it is, or 5E. Anyway, I now have the new iPhone 11, and it's got a massively more powerful camera on it, but they are all good, and you can certainly change the settings on your how you record, so you can get the best quality possible. So as I said earlier, there are people much more skilled than me to teach you how to do these things, and I'm going to recommend you have a look at this video here. So we'll just quickly play a second of it.
This video is the complete guide to filming on your iPhone. So we're going to cover off a simple step-by-step process that you can use every time you're filming with your iPhone to get amazing results.
So this is Justin from Primal Videos. As I say, they do wonderful, really excellent videos. Really recommend you watch some of these. I've used 3, I think, in this in this tutorial. So it goes on for about 15 minutes. Loads of really useful tips about settings, about lighting, about sound, about what mics to use. So really worth a watch, that one. And he does a lot of really smart stuff. So if you wanted a model as to how to set up a YouTube channel that's effective and powerful in your marketing, you really wouldn't go too far wrong than to look at with what these guys are doing. They dish out absolutely heaps of content, but they're always offering ways which you can engage with them. And for example, at the end of this video, he suggests you might like to download their Primal Guide, which is exactly the 12 steps he goes through. I've got it here. It's 8 pages. and just summarises all the things he goes from the video. You've got a little guide in front of you that will remind you of the most important things. So on the face of it, it is very easy to do, but just say a simple tip would be, don't just click and film. Getting a little bit of the setup done properly can make all the difference, and just a few little tests and you'll soon see what works and what doesn't. So really recommend that one, really, for everybody. I imagine everybody in this group would benefit from being able to use their iPhone, because it allows you to be opportunistic. Apart from anything, you can really film anywhere. You don't have to have any professional setup with you to be able to take advantage of a sort of video blog opportunity, or take a useful piece of case study that you want to be able to take back and to use in your marketing. So smartphones are a really good starting point, and you can add to that something simple like a lapel mic. So if you're recording in your own home or your own office, almost certainly the microphone on the phone is going to be good enough. But if you're out and about and there might be road noise, I, for example, did a blog. We'd been up to a restaurant called Benares. My sister and I had been there for a curry cooking course, and they were very clever the way they did some things, and I immediately decided to do a video blog sitting outside with a glass of wine, as I recall, but I didn't have my lapel mic, and actually it's very difficult to hear what I'm saying. Whereas a simple addition of a lapel mic, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So here we are, just a little lapel mic here. It's all nicely got all knotted up, but you can see, so you've got a bit that pins onto me up here that I could, I got myself into a pickle here with it, but I pin that onto here, and it's got this little foam thing to help muffle some of the noise, and you literally just plug that into the socket on your phone, and so the sound will come from here rather than from the microphone, and because that is right here, it will dominate rather than all the surrounding noise. So that's certainly worth doing, and you can buy those on Amazon for, oh gosh, £3 or £4. It's just not difficult, and like I say, often you won't need to use that. So the other thing you might find useful would be one of these. This is a little, I don't know what you call it, bungee tripod that you can use with your phone. So you pop it into it's a sprung top here, and you can twist it so that it's either landscape or portrait, depending on what you're trying to achieve. You can twist this so it goes around poles, so it's really easy to find a way of supporting your camera if you're out and about. Again, on Amazon, very, very small amount, £5 or £6 probably, that you could get that. So I think that completes all the equipment you might ever want to have with your iPhone, and certainly if you follow Justin's tips, there's no reason why you won't know how to do stuff. So I think getting you up and going with your smartphone, there's nobody here that couldn't crack on with that and really make some great little videos. Some of you may have, like I do, a video camera. And I mean, this was one of ours from, I think we bought it for a holiday, I don't know, 5-6 years ago perhaps. And so it's a Panasonic, it's got quite a good number of pixels, so you get quite good quality video with it. You get this little twisty screen, so if you're videoing yourself you could see what you're doing, and with something like that you would normally need to put it on a tripod if you were videoing yourself, obviously, whereas you you can use a hand camera if you're out and about, that would be fine. I have a little microphone here that I can attach to it, so you can see this little mobile thing, it switches on and off at the back, and so I use that, and I've got a little video bag, where have I put it? It's on the floor down here, so I have that's got another spare microphone in it, so if I do events I can take all of that with me, and I'm hardly a mobile BBC cameraman, but it's certainly got enough equipment in there that I can set up and record, say, one of my sessions and have control of the recording quite easily. The downside with using a video camera is the media is usually on one of these cards, so you can get different sizes of them, and so having recorded it I now need to take that off to my laptop or desktop and use some kind of card reader to extract the files and file them locally. I have to translate these into a different format just for whatever reason, so that can be a bit of a pain. So there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I certainly wouldn't worry about using that kind of equipment versus your phone, because this is going to achieve equally good results. But certainly in a static environment like an event, that just could be a little bit more helpful to you. And likewise these days, this is our little Canon Sure Shot camera, another victim of the Barcelona robbery, so this is our new one, but that has really good quality video, and you get to watch it on the back screen. You can preview what you've done, although you can't see yourself, so if you're videoing it you just have to talk to the camera. But likewise that has a media card in it that I have to remove. So there are all ways in which you can capture video, but these are probably was the video camera out there. Those two are probably just a little bit more tricky, taking the files off. You might choose to use your laptop. Most laptops will come with a built-in mic and a built-in camera. And again, that equipment might be perfectly adequate. Just do a test. If you're outdoors, again, that may be more tricky, but the chances are you'll be doing that indoors. So in reality it's almost certainly going to be good enough, but there's nothing to stop you adding additional microphones or camera to it if you want something of a better quality. But for simplicity, for getting started sake, you don't really need to do that. Now your desktop is much less likely to have a camera and mic built in. I guess some of the new screens might have that, but for example, so I'm sitting at my desktop and I have a camera, a Logitech camera sitting up there, and a Yeti microphone over there. And anybody who's seen a Yeti microphone, it's a giant thing. It was a gift someone gave to me, but it's brilliant sound quality. So finally, really important, you understand you need to master YouTube at some level. Now YouTube is, as you know, the place where all video is held. It's the primary platform, and it is said to be the second largest search engine in the world. It's now owned by Google, so there's a bit of a clue there. It's a massive search engine, a really good way to get your information shared and your knowledge and your products, your brand out there. So it really pays to get some skill in that. So and if you start to create video, you'll need what's known as a YouTube channel. It's the place where you store your videos, like a little video library. I'll just show you. Here's my YouTube channel, so you can see I've got my sort of banner headline here, Vanessa Lanham-Day's On Track Marketing, and various of my videos, some of the recent ones here. So it's where you store them, and you either get the option to pick up a link, the sort of link you would have seen a lot in social media posts, where you just go direct to YouTube and you can view the video, but it also gives you the ability to pick up embed code, which means you can pop it onto your website. You may want to send that code to your designer to do something with, but it means you can get people to your website and they can see your videos in situ. But yeah, first level, really easy, just to upload a video onto YouTube. There's a little button at the top, it clicks upload, asks you where the file is, and it uploads. You pop a little bit of copy in there to say what the video is, and so forth. So in order to share this stuff with anybody, you've got to be able to do this. And of course there is a brilliant video on this that Justin's put together, so again I'm including that video for you. It goes through all the stuff, right from the simplest to the advanced, so absolutely no excuses. So back to no excuses. I have a phrase I often use. I learned this when I was learning to ski, JFDI. I'm sure I don't have to explain to you what those letters stand for. Get your stuff out there, because you won't learn how to do this unless you have a play and you have a bit of a test and you make some mistakes. Just do some pretend ones to begin with to get used to the technology, and once you're comfortable with that, have a go at your first message. I just want to show you one of my clients. So some guys that have recently joined my mastermind group. They run a cleaning company, professional cleaning company, so that they do commercial contracts. Well, you can appreciate right now they've got a few issues because most offices aren't in situ, but they do have some important things they need to share about cleanliness in the workspace. But of course, what they know is that all the people that work somewhere and all the people who run businesses who would use them as clients are also family members, and they're at home at the moment and they're a bit fearful perhaps about their family's safety and how to make sure things are clean. So we decided it was a really good time for them to put together some videos about cleaning techniques that you can use in the home. Now this is Dave's second attempt. The first one, I have to say, and I said it to him, he was a bit wooden. He scripted it and he read it in that very robotic manner. I said, you can do so much better than this. So this was put together in under a week from when we first discussed it, including that first attempt that didn't go quite so well. So this is the second version. They've created it using webcams, and they use Camtasia to edit it, and this is their first proper attempt, and I think it's really good. Here it is.
Hello, my name's Dave McKinney and I'm from Ace Cleaning and Home Support Limited. We are a professional domestic and commercial cleaning company based in Hampshire. With everyone staying at home or self-isolating due to the coronavirus COVID-19, we are getting daily calls on how best to clean and stay safe during this pandemic. Touch points are one of the most important areas to keep clean. Areas such as your front door, door handles, light switches, mobile devices and phones, remote controls, kitchen surfaces, kettles, toasters, taps, and even your tea and coffee. Microfiber cloths are the best cleaning cloths for use on most surfaces. Make sure you are wearing gloves. Spray or pour a small amount of your products onto your cloth and clean the touch point thoroughly. I am sure that you will have lots of other touch points at home. Why don't you ask your children to identify all the touch points that they can see and add comments to the bottom of this video, and then place all of these touch points into a cleaning schedule to make sure that you clean each of these areas thoroughly every day. If you have found this video useful, please share it with your friends, relatives and neighbours. And if they would like future updates from us, please ask them to contact us on inquiries@myacecleaning.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep clean, keep safe.
So as I say, it was edited via Camtasia, and I think it's a really great first option for them. I mean, yes, there are some things that can improve. Probably Dave could smile a little bit more. I guess he was a little bit nervous, but I think he's got some really good points out there, and they've managed to edit some additional video in there. So for a first go, I think it's excellent, and I told them so. So my point is, you can just do this. You can just have a go and get some stuff out there.